Still got the, clearly just rolled out of bed, threw some water on my face, stepped outside, took 5 deep breaths, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Now, about to stretch. And then probably run into some deep core activation and then call it a day. But yeah, so just running through some things, just feeling my body, feeling what feels like it needs just a little addressing. I can feel it in my lower body more than anything. Strength trained yesterday. That was fun. Hey, Willow. And the crazy thing is, I literally just woke up from a dream, or I guess it would be a nightmare because I was kind of nervous. I was getting chased by a crocodile. And I'm saying I had to have some level of stamina because this crocodile itself was on some type of different, it was just different. It was just different. Like, it could move in a way that it just shouldn't have been moving. Like, I was getting chased and I was at a park. Like, a familiar park. A playground here in Evanston. Like, Penny Park. It was crazy. And the crocodile was quick and it was large, but it was being able to fit and maneuver through these spaces that it shouldn't have been able to. And it seemed like it was always on my heels, and I was just barely getting away, but I was getting away. I don't know how. There's a lot of times I thought it was it. This is over. I'm done, and then I'd get away. So I woke up feeling exhausted. Like, I was probably having this dream for a while. And my sleep had been interrupted twice by my children. They woke up at like 12, and then they woke up again at like 2:30. So I don't know if that caused something, but at the end of the day, I was like, So I got to Googling what this could mean, and it mentioned, like, I don't know, different things. Something said anxiety. Setting was important, so the fact that I was at a playground meant something probably about my childhood. Another thing said something about the collective power is upon you. Collective power is upon you, or something like that. And the shift of awareness is coming down in a heavy way, but don't look at it as a bad thing. Hey, I haven't had a dream or a nightmare in quite some time, so whatever it meant is what it meant. I guess I'm gonna find out. I'm not gonna, go crazy about it, but that it was very interesting. Let's just say that. Anyways, I hope you all have been following along in the stretches. Stretching, opening hip flexor, very important thing to do. If you can't reach your ankle, you can use like a hand towel and loop it around and pull. I should have definitely had that. I'll have that at the next one. Straight posture, nice, tough. Again, I'll give you this angle. Got it. Cool. Yes. These are just some of the things that feel good to me. I just felt like I needed to get these type of feels in. And when stretching, it should be just enough to feel the pull. It really should be just enough to feel some level of resistance, but not so much that you're forcing yourself past. That's, to me, overstretching. Now, if you're breathing in and through and you can get a little further than what you did before, then that's fine. But if you're going into it and you're extra strain, that's unnecessary. That is so unnecessary. When doing this butterfly, I'm literally just allowing my hips to open as wide as they can, just by the natural gravitational pull. But once again, if it's past that point and it's too much and gravity is too much, bring it back to where you still feel the stretch, which you're allowing. So just allow. That's 2025 for me. Allow, observe. Try not to judge it. Ooh, that's tough. The non-judgment part. Try not to judge it, because then you get caught up in all of that. You just observe, take note. So right here, I'm placing my hands back flat, kind of reaching opposite side, and I'm shifting into it, turning away, opening those fibers actually around my elbow and around my shoulder, or my delt area leading into my pecs. Place it back neutral, switch other hand, reach and shift. Into it and out. Nice. This feels lovely to me. I haven't done any upper body strength training in over a week. I've done some regular at home things, just natural body weight and maybe a 5 or 10 pounder. But I still have some tightness and a little resistance, so it doesn't hurt to get the job done in that way, you know? Tricep. Back to there, I probably started with that one standing, but I was talking, so. With this, you really want to allow your hand to be along your spine, spinal column, if it can get there. Some people's range of motion is so taut that it's not even an option. So just meet yourself where you're at. Yes. Oh, yeah. Posture. Open. More of this openness. Boom, boom. Applying just a little pressure. I am on my toes. Come off the toes. Just opening. Big mindful breaths in through the nose and slowly out the mouth. Just allow yourself to sit into it. Some of you will be up here, some of you will be here. Hey, meet yourself where you're at. It's not a problem. Just start somewhere. To place my hands in prayer position, like this. Bring it close to me. And I kind of notice that I get more aligned in my spine when I do that. Aligned in my spine and posture-wise. Yes, yes, yes. So that works for me. Ooh, doggy. That feels like I needed it. Opening up these adductors here, full group. Once again, be where you're at. So some of you guys are going to be up here. Some of you guys are down here. Some of you guys be able to point towards where you're facing. Some of you have a preference to point on the opposing end. So not a problem. Just wherever you feel. If you point away, you'll feel it kind of higher in your groin. If you point towards, you can probably feel that full collective stretch throughout that full adductor region, all the way from the high groin down to the inferior attachments right by your knee. So it just feels good. Find out what feels good and necessary. As I shifted out of that, I felt a little restriction in my knee, around my knee, the fibers that are attaching to my knee. So just coming in here, going out through the hams. Yeah. If your feet are facing forward, you'll feel pull, getting back into those inner thighs a little bit along with your thigh thighs along the back side. Got 3 major muscle groups that make up the thigh, and play with your feet, right? So see what it's like when you're facing forward. See what it's like when they're out and you're reaching in. So now I'm pointing out and I feel it on the more lateral side of my hamstring group. Okay? I'm gonna go this way. Gosh. Beautiful. Uh-oh, tried to get a cramp. What was that? I don't know. Didn't have my tea yet. Didn't have my things. Hey, Lena. This is Willow. She's my daughter as well. She's up with me. She can't demonstrate how to stretch, but she'll tell you how to cat. She'll show you how to human cat. This girl is my spiritual warrior. She doesn't sleep as much, but when she does sleep, I know she's in the realm of fighting, the good fight. And when she's awake as well, she's very annoying sometimes. She has to be where she wants to be and get where she wants to get away from me. She has to lick my, don't look at me. Stop looking at me. Come on, now get. But she's a good part of the family, let's just say that. Sometimes she keeps coming to the door and I don't like that, especially when I'm sleeping good. But sometimes I hear her scratching on my other daughter's door in the night hours, and she needs to get in there, so I let her in there. And she jumps on the bed and she perches like she's about to do business. So she's in that spiritual realm space. I'll be like, go do your thing, girl, go do your thing. So yeah, I feel stretched and pretty good. I'm about to do some deep activation for my abdominal region. Maybe 2 months ago, I had a hernia. Prior to the hernia, I've had diastasis recti or diastasis recti, which is the separation of the abdominal wall. Happened initially when I was pregnant with my first, and then, yeah, after every pregnancy, I never went to any specialist or any PT to get that closed. I didn't know that that was an option. However, I thought I had a strong core. I could do so many things. I could plank for 5 minutes. I could do those throwdowns. You could hit me left, hit me right, and I swing it right back. So I thought my core was it. I thought I had it. No, I did not have it. So now I've been doing these core activation movements every day. I do about 25 to 30 reps on each side. Call it a day, but it is 4 different types of exercises. So I'll show you, and I'll put in the link, I'll add in the link, the actual dude that I followed who demonstrated these type of deep core activations. I looked far and wide for all these deep core activation stuff when I was going through my hernia situation. I'm like, I need to tether this back. I need to wrap this back. I need to be feeling corseted. And I'm talking to y'all, this man had stuff. It's all in here. It's all down to the deep, the pelvic, down through and up. And I'm like, that guy is it. So I'll do these for the rest of my life, straight up. So the first one, well, all of them, you need a bolster. You need something to hitch over, okay? I'm gonna do it this way. So top of the head hanging over. The first one, what you wanna do, 90 degrees at the hip, knee, boom, boom. Finger coming down. You'll find kind of like your light hip bone. Come on out and dip. Dip into those soft tissues. What you want to do is just slightly. So what you're doing essentially is bringing this up. But you don't even need to bring this up all the way. You just need to activate it. Just enough. You'll feel a pop. You'll feel your muscle pop out. And that's the work. That's the activation. That's the activation. The top of the head needs to be hanging over though. If you're here, that changes everything. Top of the head should be hanging over and rested. Bring it up just enough and relax. Bring it up just enough and relax. Bring it up just enough and relax. So you'll do that. The other one was head is over, bringing up the head. So you're here. Bring it up just enough. You'll feel the pop and relax. Bring it up just enough and relax. Fully relax back. Neck is hanging all the way over. You should feel that deep deep iliacus psoas activation. These are our feeling muscles as well, okay? So a lot of times you're feeling pain and restriction in the low back. My back hurts, my back hurts. Well, connective tissue, people that are working on connective tissue, they can't hit that through the back. We have to go through here. So if I have someone on my table, they're laying face up in the supine position, and I am exploring and palpating and going deep, and then applying pressure to stretch these very constricted tissues that have been contracted for one reason or the other. So yeah, so you'll do that. Like I said, my number is now 25. I'm not doing 25, I'm just showing you. So you had the leg raise, you had the neck raise. The third one he demonstrated was swooping around like this. So neck still hanging over, still at that 90, and then you're doing both, fully relaxed. So you're raising that hinged hip, you're raising that leg, and you're raising the head. Fully relaxed. Go back into it. Fully relax. You're fully engaged, then go back into it and relax. Okay? And then there's one more. Cut that off. It's 6 foot. Let me wake up the big baby. Let me wake up the big girl. She gotta get a move on it. So the fourth exercise for the deep abdominal activation and engagement is like, pretend like your hands are very cold. The tips of your fingers are very cold. So your head is hanging over. You're in that 90-degree situation, nice and stacked. You're bringing this here and you're swooping in. Like you're trying to touch and scoop up the opposing side, but you never want to touch. So the moment you get close, you squeeze like you're trying to shy away. Release, let that baby out, slide back in. Ooh. Release, let that baby out, slide back in. Don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me, hands are cold. Release, let the baby out, slide back in. So you do that 25 times, okay? And so you'll do the same thing on the opposing side. I'm just gonna do it to demonstrate, but after I finish this video, I'll do my full 25. Over here, boom. Top of the head hanging over. On, move that leg up. And it feels like, oh, this is not a lot of work. I started with 10. This is a good amount of work, okay? It's a good amount of work. Now I'm at 25. So that was just for demonstration purposes. Leaving this, gonna go 5. Very important, the head hanging over. You shouldn't even need to raise your head up this high. You should feel that activation upon just deciding that you're gonna go. And that's enough. And you'll learn to add on rep-wise when you get to 10 and you don't feel fatigued. 5, so here's this with the neck or the head raise. Fully collapse back, engage. Fully collapse back, engage. Fully collapse back, engage. Fully collapse back, engage. Okay, last but not least is the tuck. Fingers are cold, okay? Fingers are cold, freezing. Don't touch those sides. And it's just contracting, you're corseted. It's so corseted. It feels actually very welcoming to do this. Whew. Well, welcoming isn't the word. It feels like when you're done with all of this, it feels like this is what you're supposed to be doing. That's why I say I'll do this for the rest of my life. Okay? Slide in. Don't touch it. So, yes, that's just for demonstration purposes. I'm definitely gonna make that do what it do. Not doing any exercises this morning. I don't really have the time to do it. About to wake these kids up and do what it do. But you all have a wonderful day. Thanks for checking in. I'll drop that actual video for the deep core activation. I'll drop that in the video for y'all so y'all can check the guy out. I really like him. All right, I'll check that out. Drop that in the link. Have a good day.